Oh.
Hello.
It's always so awkward. Like, what do we do for our intros? I don't know. At any rate, what is today? Happy Monday, March 4th. Here we are, 2024.
I don't even know what day number of our...
Yeah, I don't either. We have...
It's been a minute, and we're really, really, really sorry.
I'm not sorry. It just, it sucks that we can't seem to put it together, which is like the topic of today's video, to be honest with you. So
we tried to do everything every day, and then
it was too much.
Yeah, we weren't getting enough work done. And then we thought, well, we'll go on maybe once a week.
And it's
and then
we don't know what the format. We don't know what the format we're gonna do. That's what
we do need to be
WTF is.
More than...
Yeah, our title of the video is WTF. What the format?
Yeah. That's it.
At any rate, happy Monday. We hope everybody's doing well. John and Misha, T6 Design Co. We appreciate you guys taking a look at this video if you are on, or if you look at it later, whatever that it is. The point of today, though, is we were chatting as I was making breakfast earlier. It's been a weird day. We got two kids at home that are not feeling well, under the weather. One was throwing up. One was just not feeling good. So,
fever.
That.
He had a fever. The vomit kid did not have the fever.
Kid. The vomit boy. But at any rate, so we were discussing just general stuff whenever, like I said, when making breakfast, and I was like, you know what? Actually, she said, let's hop on.
Yeah, we were just.
So I was like, let's stop talking now and then share this with the world, because apparently
we were just having a conversation, and I was like, see, this is the time that we actually just go live and communicate between each other and you guys, like the kind of the fourth wall of what's going on,
right
or not.
So here we are. We don't know what day we're on our goal, and I apologize for that. I think today is what, probably day 30
it is
something,
Monday, so
33, 34. Actually, that would be, it's 34 or 36. I can't remember. Somewhere around there. Not great at math, but whatever. I don't care.
We'll figure it out.
At any rate,
we'll let you know next time.
I'm going to let share where we're at as far as the financial update on our goal. For those that are popping in or don't know, we set a goal of 90 days to
hit
20K. And this is where we're at right now. One page. Not
One
so
line.
great.
I haven't even finished the line.
And what our discussion is going to be a little bit more so here in a moment, but the why, the what, and what we're going to do moving forward. So it sucks. Like, we're not anywhere near where we wanted to be. But I do feel like some of it is self-inflicted, or majority of it. But
we just don't know what we're doing, and we're trying.
Yeah, we're throwing shit out the wall and trying to see what sticks, and none of it's sticking right now. So we're going to have a better plan of action. But anyways, we do have a couple announcements. One we can share with you now, well, a little bit later. And then another announcement. There is a big announcement. We're not going to be sharing what it is today. We want to get you hooked so you can...
stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned.
But with that will be a new product that we have come out with.
Yes, which is something that I would love to share, but I can't share it right now because we have to make the announcement first, which we're not going to do because we're not ready to do it. And in the meantime, while she's giving the update, I'm going to open up. I've got some Amazon packages because I had to order some things. So,
well,
take it away.
You should just do your review. Your
it's just super
opening
glue.
Day.
Oh,
take a surprise out.
Okay, one of them is just super glue, and another one is another product that shall be revealed.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, this is the other product that shall be revealed. So,
what is it? What is it? What is it?
I guess I could show that too. Update. Give us an update.
All right, fine. So we did make a little bit more money in the past week or two.
Not a lot.
Since we saw you last. No, not a lot. We are doing a Tumblr, for some family, but it is for
a special project.
It is a special project, and it's going to be a full wrap on a Yeti. So minus the cost of the Yeti, our profit from that was about $45. So if you remember, each mason jar is worth $50. So here we are right now, and I put a little line for about $45. So I'll go ahead and fill that in.
Do it. Shout out though to Tiffany and Justin for allowing us to do this work. So it's for a first year teacher, and
Are we gonna tell?
huh?
Are we gonna tell all that if it's a surprise for the teacher?
The teacher's not watching our stream, I can guarantee. But anyways,
I know that, but still.
anyways, it was really cool because we were able to coordinate all the efforts to, I think the homeroom mom was able to get all the kids to do a signature. And then we took that file and digitized it into the format that we needed. And then we will be working on getting it on this pretty pink thing.
Pink Yeti.
Yeah, girl. I don't know why I'm being so weird today, but it's just the mood that I'm in. At any rate, so that'll be pretty cool. We'll be doing that here in the coming days, and then maybe I'll try to go live with that and try to square up a couple projects too, so that way it's a valuable stream, at least in that regard. So at any rate,
Here we go.
woo, woo, woo.
Guys, we gotta finish at least this row.
Looky there. What's up, Mark?
Mark is watching. Hi, Mark.
Hey, Mark. Hey, congrats on the purchase of the van, expanding the business, getting that bigger footprint. Definitely would love to. If you need any help with anything, let me know. Graphics or woodworking or whatever. So, at any rate, yeah. So we've only made a little bit of financial gain this week, last week, and it's from family, which is a huge part of our business because we want to support our family and friends and things that they might want as well.
And we're very thankful that our family supports us.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, we appreciate you, buddy.
What up? Yes, we do.
That's funny. I see comments on her phone was what I saw that you were watching, so I was able to call you out, and then it just popped up on the computer too. So, at any rate, so yeah, here's our little financial update. But we have screwed up royally, and to some extent, we understand where we're at. There's obviously no way in hell, I think, at this point that we're going to reach 20K in 60 days now. So, we will be adjusting. But the whole product, or the whole reason behind this is develop products, develop a process, and at least get into a groove of things. And obviously, to this point, we've learned some things that work for us and our family, some things that work for our streaming, and so on and so forth, and a lot of things that don't. Right. So we understand business is not like, hey, we're going to stick with this one thing and go through here and whatever. So, but we also understand, like I said earlier, like, kind of feel like we're throwing shit at the wall to see what sticks. And then, long story short, like, there are a few things, and obviously through the support of, again, like I said, our friends and family, like, we've been able to achieve some of this goal, which we're very, very grateful for. But what sucks is that it's not sustainable. So we're trying to figure out, like, what in the heck we're going to do moving forward. So
I think it's still possible to hit our goal, but we've really got to hone in what we're going to do. And then like the Etsy, we've got to get Etsy like soaring to hit it, which it's possible. We've seen it. We've watched people on YouTube do it and talk about it, that it can be done.
Yep.
And so I still have faith.
And I'm not opposed to putting
there.
the work and the effort to do it. We just need to figure out how we're going to do it. So at any rate,
it works.
So I'll show what I got on the Amazon super glue because I always need that.
We did a project.
It's kind of a cute little sumo man. Check it out. Of course, my phone's not going to focus over here. Whatever. But yeah, so if you've been on our pages, I think I posted on my page or whatever, but so I'm working on some clocks. So I got mechanisms in. Thank you to the Amazons, but I had ordered one, which I need to take back, but it's way too big. This one is actually for my mom and dad. And anyways, came up with a design. It's really, really cool. So we have lasered this, and all I did is put 2 or 3 coats of poly on, hand painted it on, if you will, so that way it's actually all in the mix and craze. But that one I did for them, and then I also made almost dropped my wood, pun intended. But we did a Oki one as well with the bucking bronc. So later on today, probably I'm going to load up my drill press, and we'll get the holes punched for the mechanism, and then I need to kind of hollow out the backs of these so I can get this mechanism in there and get these clocks put together. So my goal was to try to have my mom's done yesterday because they came over for dinner, but it did not work out. So it is what it is. But this will be something too, I think moving forward, we will offer as a product in making clocks, like custom clocks, and then also kind of some standard design ones as well. And it's one of the balances that we've been figuring out too, is like, what are readily available products or materials that we can get, whether it be from Amazon or Lowe's or Home Depot. Like right now, we're not going into any specialty type of products or materials, rather, just for the sake of money, to be honest with you, because we don't have it, But what is something that we can make to where we can start doing that? So I've been working on barn quilt designs or whatever. I do have a large one that I would really love to show you, but our camera is stationary, so I can't. Ow! You're taking out my knee.
Sorry.
Hurt.
Okay.
One. Little Juan. Another little Juan.
Okay, so these are 10.5 by 10.5. John is in all the pretty colors we discussed. Might look really cool.
Yeah.
Obviously, staining will also be an option on these.
Haven't done it yet.
What we did with the big one, but you have to see.
Yeah.
It's huge. Like, I couldn't just hold it up.
Huge.
This one is 12 by 20.
Matches your shirt. It's like camouflaged. Or your camouflaged.
Can you see it?
Can you see
me?
it? Can you see it?
Anyway, so you did come up with a price on these?
Yeah, I think so. On the painted on these, I think we're going to start at a price point of $45 to be determined. I think that's part of the problem, is like trying to come up with price points for products that we want to make and offer to the public, which is one of these. And what sucks is like, I really want to start out about $60, but to be honest with you, where we're at in our region, I don't know if somebody's going to be willing to pay $60 for that. So that's one of the things that we're going to have to take with a grain of salt, is just trying to figure out where we fall on that. But
I think these could hit big at craft shows, especially around here. Like, being in Oklahoma, the majority of us are native, so again, I think these might hit home.
Yeah, I very well could. So I'm thinking, at least for these first kind of runs, like, I would like to just get them sold. So $45 for the ones that I already have made it. And I definitely would like to make some more. So if anybody would like one, and you want it stained, definitely reach out, and I can give, or paint, it doesn't matter either. But yeah, if you'd like something in a specific color rendition, definitely reach out, and we'll definitely start at $45. And depending on what the actual
size, starting
$1 billion. No, I'm just kidding. For this one, I think we can do about 80. I'd like to make more, but these are our first runs. And actually, this can go into my announcement, if you will. I guess we can tell that now.
Okay,
so,
go ahead.
At some point, I don't know exactly when right now, but what I'll be doing is pretty much just doing a live stream lockdown, if you will. I want to sell the crap that we have already made, and I say the crap.
It's not crap.
It's not crap, but the reality is, like, I'm super bombed out yeah. That we have not achieved as much success as we would have liked. So we were discussing too, like, I'm going to sit here at some point in time. Unfortunately, I'm gone this weekend. Shout out to Jeremy Rowe Band. If you haven't heard of him, check him out. But we'll be going on our second part of our tour, second event for our touring this year. So we'll be in somewhere Alabama. I don't remember. Yeah, but so I can't do it this weekend. Long story short, check out Jeremy Rowe though. Really good dude. I like him. Little brother. So I say little, younger.
Country.
Yeah. Or if you like music, but at any rate, so I want to do a lock-in type of style, and just, or I don't know whether it's going to be like a financial goal, like if we hit $500 in sales, or if I need to sell how many units of X or whatever. But I will be at some point in time doing that, and then
maybe we could do multiple sessions like that. Like, if you want to, like, just one day be like, I want to sell all of these barn quilts or whatever.
Yeah. Not
getting off this live until we do.
Yeah.
Or be like, I'm not getting off this live until we sell $500.
I might need lots of
So-
water and alcohol, and then maybe some friends to come and spare the time. So, if you'd like to be a part of that, I'd like to come and start.
Mark.
Yeah, come and be a part of our live stream lock-in until so we can hold people hostage to buy our stuff. Come on by. But at any rate,
Mark can be our guest.
yeah, absolutely. Which I would absolutely love. So, but yeah, at some point, I think within the next week or two, I will be trying to figure out what's going to work for our family schedule, and then also holler at my boys, my literal boys, and then also my friends to come in and just be a part of that, because I don't know how long it's going to take, but I would love the fact of just building engagement for one. So I really want to be relying upon our community to help share, and then we'll be offering some like major discount type of stuff, as well as I need to figure it out, but we definitely want to do like a free giveaway thing too. So be on the lookout for that. But at any rate, like, this is part of the overarching theme of like trying to figure out what the hell we're doing, how we're going to make some money, to build our business, and also to, straight up pay our bills, right? So, but we can dive into part of our conversations. Like, we were literally going in kind of eyes or being blind, if you will, not having that plan. Like, one of my ideas that I first started out with was just a kind of an action plan, and just broadly put, one of this: having clarity, having a plan, and then how we're going to implement that plan and turn it into action. And the initial thought was, hey, we're going to do these keychains, which we stuck on the ducks. They are really cute, but have we sold it? No, we have not. And I think part of that is because in order for us to make any type of profit off of it, between selling online, shipping, and all that junk, like, we have to be up on our price of it, which I still think is fair. And I was telling her, like, my thought process was like, when you're on vacation, right? You're gonna find a shot glass, or like something like this. Like, is this worth? Come on, focus. There we go. Is this worth $15-$20? However much it is. God dang it! I can't tell my camera to focus. Anyways, it's an Eskimo Joe's shot glass. And I'm guessing that it's probably $15 or $18 at the store. Okay. This product, though, it costs probably like, I don't know, 10 cents, 20 cents at the most, right? So, that's a huge profit margin, but is it going to sell? Obviously, to a specific market, it will. I received that as a gift. I didn't buy it. But in fairness, like, keychains, your kids want a keychain or a memento, or even as adults, like, we find some really cool ones. I have something on one of my keychains that says Oklahoma, and it's a bottle opener or whatever. It's really cool, and I think we spent like $25 on that. Was it worth it? Absolutely, because it's part of sharing the memory, right, from that time or event that was going on. But so our thought was with the ducks, like, hey, we got it listed on Etsy, I think, for $15. I can't remember.
We had $13 for the first one.
Oh yeah.
To kind of cover our shipping, and then for every one after that. Well, the idea was, I just look now, because we did kind of change it, but
yeah, because we had to.
We had to change it due to just the layout of Etsy, like, and putting in discounts and yada yada. But anyway, our thought process behind it was $13 for the first one, covered the shipping
and then
cost.
half the cost.
Then about $6 for every additional one after that.
Right.
I think the way we actually did it was we had kind of a tiered system of percent or something like that, 30 or 40%. When you hit 10 or 5, 10, something like that.
We've been learning along the way, right? But obviously the specifics, like, it doesn't matter. We haven't made any sales, so it doesn't. At the end of the day, like, what is going to work for us is not necessarily what's going to work for other people. But the overarching goal is like, hey, you're on vacation, you're willing to spend $18-$20 on a little doodad. And with the ducks, like, more specifically, obviously we want to gear towards kids, and then also the Jeep community, because ducking is a thing. And but we haven't made any sales, and I think part of it is because to some folks it's too expensive, and I can definitely relate to that. But at the same point in time, like, we are in business to make money. Like, I can't give the shit away for free, as much as I would like to, and I've given a lot of stuff away, and I definitely will still continue to be in the process of doing, or just because that's who I am personally. Like, Mark's on here, like, he knows for a fact, like, and I appreciate his support for us, It means a lot for friendship, right? But at the same point in time, like, I don't know how many times that we it's like, I don't know, man, just take it. Like, I don't care. Why? Because that's my way of showing gratitude and love to my community. So I definitely want to do that, but we definitely aren't going to be able to pay our bills on hopes and dreams and giving away all of our product, right? So that's why we came up with the price point that we did for our online sales. And I think even more now, specifically, like on a person to person, like we were chatting about this earlier, like those little keychains, for example, like it's nothing to sell those for $5. Like that definitely helps build profit on our side of things for the business, but it's not, $10. I would love to sell it at $10, $15 or have that product sell for that, but I don't know that anybody's going to do it. So we're going to have to adapt, which I am going to talk to my brother though on our excursion for the weekend. Like I might take a handful of them and just see if anybody would even buy some at our the Jeep event that we're going to be at. So if you're in Alabama, I'll figure out where we're going exactly. And but if you're part of the Jeep community and want to come and check it out, I think you can come. So I'll post up in the link if I can remember, or even on our page. And then yeah, if you'd like to buy a duck keychain while we're out there, I'm gonna offer it for $5.
Yeah, it's obviously going to be cheaper when you're not having to pay the shipping.
Right.
So,
but we want to offer quality products, and I myself, I have like ADD, and I cannot stay on any one thing for any particular amount of time unless it's something that I truly want to do and that I'm enjoying, which is why I want to do laser engraving, which is why we're doing this. And then even on our Etsy account, like offering the options for dropship type of items or whatever, whether that be something that's produced by a third party, however, it's still our designs, or it's something that we're producing ourselves and able to either manufacture or still sub out to somebody. Like we're just trying to figure it out. But I don't know. We were just chatting though. Like, I mean, we don't have the plan exactly. Let me look at my notes. See, like, I'm not a marketing guru. Like, how do we even market? Everybody's like social media this, social media that, and then my experience so far, like, social media has gained us some exposure, but hasn't led to sales. It's splitting hairs. I mean, it kind of has, like, been able to show off our products, so things that I've made kind of on a whim, and definitely have made some great products and made some sales with those. However, it's not
we've gotten a little bit of growth. It's
not scaled, right? We haven't been able to like hone in like what is something that's going to be sellable consistently to a broad market across the nation type of thing. And I think part of that goes to the marketing deal. Like, nobody gives a damn what we're doing on social media. I mean, that's the harsh reality, right? And it doesn't come without, like, we have received a lot of love. A lot of people, a lot of folks have really reached out and shared our work, and definitely, helped grow our community. But at the end of the day, like, I mean, we're talking a 0.00000 something out of a potential client base of millions and millions of people. We just haven't found out. We don't have that skill set yet on our social media presence, on our marketing on social media to like have that product and then reach that audience and then have that audience convert to sales. And that's all we're trying to do, right? I thought it was going to be with the keychains. And then a low cost point for us was also coasters. I've given way more of both of those things than I've made in sales. And I'm definitely okay with that. But I mean, we have cork coasters and slate coasters. And that's essentially what I want to do, my little walk-in and sell thing. Like, we have all this cool stuff made up, and maybe to me it's cool, and maybe this is where I'm getting in the way of myself. Like, I wanted to find hey, it popped up. It seems to do it again. That's weird. I think I did the thumbs up thing.
Yeah, I did.
It's not gonna do it again. Anyways, but we have all these products, like, and literally at the moment, it's not making us money. It's taking up space. So during our little walk-in, we were chatting too, like just kind of doing a live like engraving and a lot of fun stuff too, which I'll definitely do. And taking business logos or what have you, and maybe that'll be part of the giveaway. Like,
yeah. So the other day, I mentioned to him that even though he's making designs and coming up with, creative stuff, I think it's wasting too much of his time to be designing and so I was like, we just need to keep it simple. I think to appeal to the masses, we need to do two things only and just offer one, monograms. You can do A through Z, you know, on coasters, on what else were we talking
I just feel like
the
it's
clocks. Oh, doing the clocks, like doing monograms, and then also business logos. So those two things are going to appeal to the masses more than your own designs, even if they're great designs.
Right.
It's just putting in too much effort.
Excuse me.
For little.
I need a hair of the dogs.
Oh! See,
Mayday!
You do not.
Grab me that.
Go.
Okay, we are still here. I promise. But I don't know where my. Just close that up. Yeah.
Well, I can't because the stand fell in front of it.
We apologize. Technical difficulties. One of these days, I would like to have an actual setup for our stream and having a what's called a PTZ and have those mounted to the wall. And right now, I'm just using a music stand with a phone attachment to hold my phone. Oh, we can't see your beautiful face. We don't need to see mine.
What happened to the computer?
What do you mean?
Well, that image was here. Why is it here now?
It's not there.
It was. I've been watching myself right there.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter. Are we still on Facebook?
Yeah.
Yeah, on your phone. Sorry, look, all that trouble just for
This is what you
a
get.
Miller latte. Anyways, since we're just hanging out, I'm gonna do
Camera's
me.
all messed up now.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's fine.
Your camera is?
No, I just mean it's not the way that it was.
What do you want?
You need a
It's awesome.
what?
It's inappropriate. Only because I love you.
What were we talking about now?
Oh, just everything. Now, all right, getting back on track. I don't know, man. Like, we're just trying to convert items to sales, and I want to find success in our business. And I was telling her, like, how do we do that? Like, what does our marketing look like? What does our plan look like in order to do so? What are the products? You were talking about monogramming.
That's what I was saying. It's just that it's so much. It will be so much more simpler to just come up with a monogram. You know, because everybody's got a last name or what, you know, like, so you can put like coasters on or put the monogram on coasters.
To me, it
and
just
that will
sounds so
sell better.
lame.
Yeah, but I mean, look at Etsy. Like, I mean, you can sit there and you can go through and find niche designs or whatever, or come up with your own designs. But again, it's just throwing stuff at the wall, hoping that it sticks. Yeah. When you know that a consistent thing is going to be names, monograms, or again,
well, and then we can market
trying to sell to businesses,
families and weddings,
where they can, absolutely, you know, where they can upload their logo, or like you said, weddings is huge, especially right now going into spring. Yeah, which we discussed a couple months ago, but like the reality is like, you know, what we learned is it takes money to make money, and we definitely understand that. And the problem is, like, I've personally made decisions where we've gotten in way over our head. We have a ton of investment on products. So, for example, like we spent probably $1,000 or more, I don't really know, for Christmas products, and then we sold a handful of them, which we're very grateful for. But like, in my opinion, like, I love Christmas, man, and we'll spend good money on good products, and maybe we just didn't have the marketing plan there to do this, to be as well as we thought in the season. Well, that too. We need to start uploading that even now. Right. Sorry, I got a frog in my throat. But yeah, we're just, I don't know, like, it's very frustrating because it is starting to settle down now. And I say frustrating for the fact, like, I was sitting in here, I'm a very active person personally. Like, I hate sitting down and staring at the computer for a long amount of time, unless it's something that I'm enjoying putting together. But I, like, now that's especially warming up, like, I don't want to be on the computer all day. But that's which I understand where the business is, like, wasting your time designing, even though you can come up with great designs. Like, you're sitting here putting in these man hours behind the computer with little reward.
Yeah, sucks balls. Like it's a slap in the face.
If we just do something simple like a monogram or whatever,
Yeah.
and and then really we can just, I mean, that's obviously a quick 26 designs and get it listed and
Yeah.
get sales.
Yeah.
And then you're working in front
I
of
don't know. It sounds
the
boring
laser
now, like, but
versus
yeah. And this is what we
the
were talking about. Like,
computer.
to me, like, I want to build cool things or engrave cool things. Like, do something that to me is more intriguing than not. But obviously, I mean, there's a market for the tried and true. Like,
But two, if you've got, you know, those easy sells, those monograms going all the time, then that will free up your time to do things that you really do want to try.
yeah, absolutely.
And
well,
making
and like
money.
this clock thing, for example,
Right.
like, that could definitely be something. So, you know, while we're discussing it, I was gonna show like what we did is I had an Etsy store made up from our old business name, or actually our personal or whatever. I don't remember what it was. But instead of creating a whole new store, like I've had a couple sales for mainly just some digital products, and then but this is it. This is our store as of right now. Like, and we've put in a very little amount of marketing dollars, if you will. So we've definitely had a lot more traffic this year to our store. However, like you can see the amount of views that we've had of our products or our overall store, the visits that we've had to our page, and we've also had like, I don't know, probably a half a dozen or so folks like heart our store or follow our store, which is awesome. But still today,
zero.
as of this year, $0 on our store. Okay, so but and we've had more people reach out trying to sell us shit on Etsy, as far as like scammers, in my opinion. I think that's what it is. Like, hey, we've noticed that you haven't made any sales, and obviously everybody's in the business of trying to make money, and maybe that they're doing a cold touch or whatever, a cold call. But it's rather annoying because, like, I get it. Like, yeah, if we had the money, we'd invest in somebody that actually knew what the hell they were doing and help us grow the store. We don't. We don't have the money. Okay, that's reality.
Point.
And then on top of that, it does feel very scammy. And I'm not about letting somebody else get involved with our stuff, right? And the whole thing is the last 30 days is a learning deal. So we definitely have learned a lot, right? But excuse me, bacon and beer, burp, disgusting. Don't eat bacon and drink beer. Ill advised. At any rate, we've had traffic coming in to our store, but no conversions, right? And then you can see here, like, oh, so I was close. We have 5 shop follows, so I think that has something to say about what we've been doing. And I will still be doing some things as far as adding our print on demand products. And then also working on our own listings. So, but you know, the whole deal of it is, and I don't think we can see exactly what is in these abandoned carts, for example, but I'm trying to spend the least amount of money as possible in hopes that we're setting up our store with products that mean something to other people, with products that mean something to me, because I don't want to offer just a bunch of lame stuff, personally. And then also, like, I want it to be something that will eventually be a huge plethora or a huge diverse offering. I can't see behind my camera. Why is this not coming up? Yeah. So, I mean, one of the deals is offering print on demand stuff. I obviously like beer.
What are the stars?
So these are, what do you call it? Featured listings. So when you go on our page, like, those will be featured section.
Does that mean that you paid for them to be featured, or you just what?
So it's something that's going to be on top of, like, just a store period. I made the decision, like, I want
Okay.
that to be a highlighted
That's what I'm
product.
saying.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Because I know that you were paying for. some
No.
advertising.
That's not a paid product. We could just do that. Let's see here. I would offer maybe changing the lens you may be stuck in and look through a different lens. I know
sounds weird, but if you want to give me a call and we can discuss.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I think it makes sense, and that's kind of more or less the discussions that we're having, right? Like trying to change our perspective. Because I know at the end of the day, like I've personally put in, I can't tell you how many hours in trying to build just this right here, our online Etsy store. What does those products look like? And it's been a learning curve, right? But the reality of it is like, is this product or products going to speak to a lot of people? No, not at all. And to be honest too, like I haven't even had the time, I mean, really, to get all of our products listed, right? I mean, it's multiple listings for the multiple designs that we have for our coasters, for example. It's obviously taken some time to learn how to do it, not only on Etsy itself. And the thought was with Etsy, it's already a search engine based product, where a lot of people are on the platform and can go through, and I mean, type in whatever they want, and hopefully we're getting sought out. So we are getting views, which is great. Our website, not so much.
Do we have 2 listings for the ducks?
Yes, yeah, we do. That was intentional. So, and that's the other deal is like we're doing like an A/B testing.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm not feeling down on myself for still building up our store, and putting in the work that we have, right? But the reality of it is like it is through the other lens, like you're saying, is like, man, it sucks. Like, not converting on it. Is it a price point issue? Is it a design issue? Is it a photography issue? Right? You know, anything online, like it's so hard to sell. And not only on that, like if we're wanting, but the goal is to have a business that we can work out of our own home, have more time with our family. And understanding right now, it's going to take a lot more time up front, and missing out on certain things or whatever, sacrificing this, that, and the other. But the reality is like, all, like for example, all these print on demand products, like that's a one deal. Like I the only time I have is building the design, building the listing, and that's it, right? I would like to have several options available for different products, so on and so forth, where you know, even selling our digital, like, which I will be doing, I'll be listing some laser engraving files, more of these type of products, where it's a one touch, right? That has the opportunity to build beyond me physically having to offer a physical product, which is physically taking more time. And I want to have multiple streams of revenue, if you will, where I'm not physically having to do all the work. It just is what it is. But yeah, I don't know. It's been a little bit of a downfall, but on the other end of it is like, I mean, hell, in 30 days we went from having nothing. Like, just we rebranded, right? We didn't have a website, didn't have a store. I mean, we didn't have anything, right? The only thing we have is the amount of knowledge that we've gained already from our previous trial and error of business, to where we're at now. And I feel like we are gaining steam. So, you know, there is success in those failures still, and I'm very happy with that. I just, now we're to a point where like we're beyond a do or die situation. So we really want to hone in like what we're going to do, right? So how do we do that? How are we going to manage moving forward? You know, what are the things? Because we were chatting a little bit earlier in the garage, and like, it's not even I don't think it's a lack of effort, right? By any means.
The kids.
I don't care. I don't think it's for lack of effort. Maybe we're not. I refuse at some points, like, and I feel like I'm kind of getting in my own way, but like, I do not want to go to these craft shows. I'd rather spend the weekend with my friends and my family. And what I have been doing already and realizing it now, like, usually I'm spending my weekends as it is working anyways. So maybe we're missing out on opportunity just because of my own reluctance, right? The other part is like, I don't want to go to a show that we have to pay $400 for, because I have no idea what the hell's going to sell. Are we even going to make that money back? You know, it's a risk.
I need to talk. I have a few contacts I need to pursue again about those shows,
Yeah.
vendor events and stuff. 'Cause I can't believe it's already March.
It is already March. And that's the thing.
But
Man.
dang.
Time has gone by so quickly.
I think you're right. I mean, we work at least Monday through Friday, and then still Saturday, Sunday, we're working on one thing or another. No, I'm working
Not
too.
working. No,
And church. Like, but anyways, we're both working on the weekends as well.
what up?
Oh, hello.
Sorry, buddy. I just saw your message. Hope you're doing good, man. We're just bullshitting and talking, so we're trying to figure out what we're doing with our lives and in our business. So hope you enjoy our lack of content. Cheers.
Anyways, but yeah, we're already like, you're either here in the garage, I'm all over town
I'm sorry,
working.
pause 1 second. Tony, might do a lock-in and spend a minute, so you should come out to the house if you can. Bring the kids or whatever. Because at some point in time, we're going to do a lock-in and try to make sales. Is the goal. So, at any rate, continue. Sorry.
Anyway.
He's a good dude.
On the weekends anyways, you're still in the garage, kids are home, doing their own thing, going off to friends or whatnot, and I know you want to spend time with the kids, and so do I. But
I know, dude.
maybe we do just need to continue the hustle with, you know, these vendor events or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Hello, son. You okay? What's the matter, buddy?
Well,
Bed. Sorry, buddy.
I
Well,
still gotta go and lay down.
drink your Sprite. Sorry, we got sick kids. I'll drink a little bit of water or a little bit of Sprite. And we can do is keep fluids in you. Yes, we can. Okay.
I'll bring you some crackers. You gotta go lay down, babe.
Hate when the babies are sick. I wish we can take away their sickness.
Oh, so he's on a break from work.
Heck yeah. Come chill over here.
We want to have guests.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I agree with that. So for those that are watching, so Mark had commented, he said, I feel like the business you were building, vendor setups would be your best bet for direct sales and no shipping, which is definitely true. Face to face for sure. Which is what you prefer as stated. That is where the clients are that are specifically want products you're selling. Hence, I need to hit see more. It's the showing up to those events, especially if you feel social media isn't doing it. Yeah, agreed. You know, and that's where so Mark, he does auto detailing. That's his business here in the metro. So if you need a great detailer for your vehicles, reach out to him with Diamond Touch Auto Spa. But I mean, that's exactly what you're doing, right? Like your product that you're offering is a face-to-face service, right? And I kind of feel like that's exactly where we're at, and that's where we're missing opportunity. And maybe, like I said, like I just kind of feel like maybe I'm getting in my own way for, you know, essentially refusing to do that, because I'd rather, I don't know, like I'd rather just stay here at my house, essentially, and build awesome stuff, like cool shit. Like that's my whole thought, right? Like I just want to make cool shit. And I want somebody out there to buy it, but we don't have that big of a community right now where those things speak for themselves, and I don't have to go to the those face-to-face events. I don't know, man. It sucks because, you know, it just, if I'm already out here working, like it would make sense to get out of my own way and go to those things. So, you know, I think you're definitely right on that. But
I think it would actually kind of help you too, because you are like, I hate being stuck behind the computer all day long. Like,
and I'm a people person,
and
she's not.
No, but like, I do feel like if you were to get out, because I've been to vendor events with you, carnivals, whatnot. Yeah. And I see you mingle and stuff, and you're naturally good at it. So I just feel like if you were to get out,
just gave me a compliment. Oh yeah.
I do like you. Anyway,
I'm glad you did.
I do feel like if you were to get out and about, like, yeah, it's gonna be hard work that day or whatever, but you're probably gonna like it, getting some more vitamin D or whatever than this garage.
Right. Yeah, shaking hands and kissing babies. Absolutely. You know, and like I said, I do feel like
I'm definitely the one to blame because I know I'm getting in my own way in that regard. Maybe I'm being too hypercritical too, because obviously we're on the cusp of spring. Winter is hard. I'm trying to do what we've done in the last 30 days, even at that, was already a thought during the holiday season, which we know. Once folks are done Christmas shopping, like they're done spending money, right? So springtime, we also know, is like where we're going to start building those relationships, building those sales. So, that, I don't know, it's just one of those deals. Like, am I getting in my own way? Yes. Am I overthinking things? I know that I am. On the other end, though, like I also feel like we're just kind of a keep it simple, stupid type of situation. And maybe that's still like, even though majority of our product that we have on hand right now is still Christmas stuff, it might definitely be worth just going to a vendor event and be like, hey, we know it's March, but go ahead and start planning for the holiday. That's still 9 months away, and maybe we can still find success out of that. And then also taking our tumblers and coasters and all that fun stuff, at least showing what we can do. And then also offering, like, if somebody wants a little sign, like I can, does somebody have to buy this? I'm going to say no. Would it be awesome if they did? I think so, right? But at least this is something that can be shown on hand, of something that we can do. And I really wish I could move my camera. That this barn quilt thing looks awesome. And I think that was part of our discussion earlier. Well, it's got the acrylic on it.
Oh.
Otherwise, I'd say yes. But, the other deal is like, we were chatting about, like, we do have a lot of small things, tumblers, coasters, I don't know, even the hats and stuff. Like, it's hard to have hats on hand right now because it's just an expensive upfront cost, right? But I mean, they're so simple with the patches to make, and I enjoy doing them. But I also want to find like a product. So I stumbled across this gentleman's at Blacktail Studios on TikTok at first, and then I was watching a couple of the YouTube videos that he has produced. And a couple things that I learned is, like, one, he's in a space where he has a camera guy, he has a video guy, for example. We do not, and that's fine. I mean, we all got to pay our dues, right? But the product that he's making is very high end furniture with tables and doing like a just straight up wood or epoxy work, which is something that I definitely want to get into.
Which that stuff does take weeks.
Yeah, it's time.
So I mean, if you're going to sell a product like that, you do need to make $18,000 or whatever,
yeah,
because you got to get that profit to last you a month to make another product like that.
The tools, the material. I mean, epoxy's not cheap, but that is something that eventually I'm going to grow in, not only my skill set and knowledge of how to do, but also product offering, right? But ultimately, those little barn quilts that we were just showing, like I have a 2 foot by 4 foot barn quilt design that's made up that I want and this is where we're going to be learning, right? Like, we're going to make one as an offering just for the wall art, if you will. And then two, it did. That's nice. Then two, like, I have made it up, and I'll be posting pictures of it, but I did acrylic standoffs. So the same product with a little variation, we'll have, we want to offer like the last name. So we did one of ours, a Thetford, established 2019, 2020? 21. See,
when we got married.
We've been together for a long time. I just can't ever remember what year that we got married. But anyways, we do that. And then also a product offering for the same product again, with the business logo, which I did cut out our business logo. And all this is going to be an effort to take photos, do the product offering, do marketing. And then the biggest problem for me right now is, one, I need to do all that, and it's time consuming. But two, like, what are going to be my price points? So I've used all product that I've had on hand aside from the barn quilt itself. I think we're in a material cost of $136 or whatever. I think so, $140 just for material. And then honestly, like, if we make more, like, I know we can streamline the process, so on and so forth, and get our material costs down. But I need to look to see how much my acrylic costs and all that junk. But so what are going to be our starting price points for those? And then be that as it may, like I know that we're in Oklahoma. For those that don't know, like we're in Oklahoma, and some folks will be willing to pay X, whereas a lot of folks would be like, no, that's way too expensive. And I need to get out of my own way because I'm like, dude, I wouldn't pay that much for that. But I'm not trying to cater to somebody that's in my own financial position right now. I'm trying to cater to somebody that just wants a really awesome product and is willing to spend, invest the time and the just the want, right? Like to make something awesome for either their home or for their business. But I want to offer, like, instead of just doing tumblers and instead of just doing all these little small things, like that's a big product and it's big kind of time grab. But I think that we can see a really good ROI on a really awesome product, especially whenever we kind of build it to suit that individual or that company. And this first one, though, has just been a learning experience, right? But I've got it honed in. I know what we can do to better the process and build a better quality product. But I also want to show like how much more that we can do. And the only thing that I can't do right now is put LED lights on it because I don't have any.
So Mark says, if I were to see that on a table, and I think you've kind of gone on a tangent for a minute. So I think he was talking about the barn quilt design.
Yeah.
I think you can tell me if I'm wrong. But anyways, he says, if I were to see that on a table, I would be way more inclined to purchase, especially with a discussion of how it was made, how you thought about it, where you could picture it, being placed, etc. That's where your personality would supercharge the want from the customer.
Oh yeah, definitely. And that's like I said, like I 100% agree with that, because I feel like without having those personal interactions, what are we doing? In the first place, and then beyond that, without being out and about, like there's I mean, aside from you guys that are online and know us personally, nobody else is going to know what the heck we can or cannot do, right? And that's the deal too. Like I would definitely love to be able to make more of these tables, wall arts, and that was the other thing too. Like I didn't say, like we're talking about all wall stuff right now, but yeah, I want to make that. And there's a couple renditions that I want to do to change the product up.
John actually did put it on legs and took a picture.
It looked really cool. It's not finished, but I definitely want to do something more like where it is a finished product. And then, I think it would be an excellent table. But what I do, what I already know is between our four boys for that specific thing, there's no way in hell I can let it just be. I got it on 1/2 inch plywood, and then the wood itself that was done is 1/2 inch as well. So we're at 1 inch thickness. My boys are going to sit on it. I know it's going to happen.
Yeah,
and
no, he put it on. At first, he put it on those hairpin legs, just because they're quick and easy to put together. But awesome. Yeah, one of our kids had a friend over for the weekend or for a sleepover, and literally, so it wasn't that table. It was our current coffee table that's in there, but. I just walked by and I see this kid like sitting on my table when we've gotten onto our own kids a bajillion times. So I was like, hey, can I have you go get a chair from the dining room instead of sitting on that table? And so he did or whatever. But our kids are so, whenever like I have a rule, like no eating and drinking in the living rooms. And so.
It doesn't work.
Anyways, I saw a cup like on our couch, like on the arm of the couch the next day. And I asked him, I was like, hey, how come there's a cup on the couch? And he was like, oh, that was my friend's. And I was like, okay, but you know the rules. You can tell your friends the rules.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's a friend. Same rule applies.
Absolutely. Rules of the house, man. At any rate, I just know, like, I can still offer that product, and it does need some working or tweaking, so I want to build a frame so that way we can build a table and sell it very consciously, knowing full well, like, it's a product that everybody can enjoy, but also I don't want it falling apart because just like our home, it's inevitable. It's going to get sat on. I just want it. I'm still going to offer it.
It doesn't need
but it needs a frame.
Nobody needs to sit on it.
Yeah.
Kids at home, don't sit on your parents' furniture if it's not a chair or a couch.
Anyways, but yeah, and that's the thing, dude.
Tables are for glasses, not asses.
I don't know. I like yours. It's one of those deals though. Like, I, for one, just want to challenge myself. Like, personally, that's what this whole process has been. It's been a charged challenge, right? Like, not the 90-day challenge in itself. Like, yeah, that is the goal. But a challenge to like prove to the fact that we can make a very successful business out of doing the things that I enjoy. I think she's kind of getting into enjoying it because this is all my doing. Like, I wanted the laser, and she.
Yes.
I don't know what she likes. I don't. I mean, I know some of what you like. She is a mystery. At any rate, but for years she sat by and listened to me. I want to buy a laser. I want to buy a laser. I want to buy a laser. Finally did. And then it's kind of morphed into several things along the way. But at the end of the day, like, I've learned for myself, like, I don't want to go back to work doing what I was doing, which I do enjoy that line of work, which I was a facility manager, for those that don't know. I enjoy fixing things. I enjoy doing things with my hands, especially things that I can see the results at the end of that task, right? Mark and I have chatted in the past too. Like, that's one of the things, like, I love cleaning my vehicles, and I know this is why you're doing it. Like, you can take something that is very dirty, or needs some love, and then within the matter of hours you can see the results of your own work, which is why I think I enjoy doing or taking the opportunity to learn how to use this laser, and then just building cool stuff. Like, I know for a fact, like, for this, like, it's something that I didn't know how to make this a couple years ago, right? But let alone do a cool color deal on there. I just learned how to do that with the spray paint whenever I did this. So always loving the opportunity to learn and challenge myself inside of that. But beyond that too, like, even inside of our business, right? Like, I'm obviously no businessman, but I'm not afraid to take the risk and push myself to learn something. And I'm very grateful for that opportunity. And, but it's just, we've got to figure it out. We've got to make something out of nothing, is my thought. And taking that something out of nothing is doing what we're doing now. And I guess more or less, like, just challenging ourselves to learn and grow and be uncomfortable, which is where we're at right now. But we realized, like, we've got to change some of the things, and some of those things we don't know what they are. But I mean, Mark offering your personal thoughts and opinions and knowledge, like, yeah, and maybe that's the deal. Like, it's just finding somebody that is going to be in tune and knows where we're at and offer mentorship, which you certainly have. So I appreciate that.
And that's why we're doing this.
Yeah, and that's exactly why we're doing this too, for sure. But I mean, it sucks. Like, I kind of feel like in parts, like, it is a slap in the face. We've not come close to that 20 grand, right? But I mean, obviously at 30 days, like, I feel like maybe I'm just being too hard on myself.
I think we just need kind of a 180. Like, we've gone at it one way.
Yeah.
It's not working. But if we hone in some real specific things that are, but broad to everyone, I think it's still possible.
Still possible. Sure. Yeah. Absolutely. And maybe Mark, you can offer some insight into this. Like, how are you gaining your customer base? Obviously, it's by building those relationships. Like, that's part of it. But I know that you and I have chatted in the past about price points and things of that nature. So, and maybe that's something too. Like, I just need a Dave, maybe us chatting. Like, how do you build your client base? As far as, like, your price points is going to demand a certain type of customer, right? And we kind of chatted about this in the past too. Like, I definitely want to be fair in our product offerings as far as our cost is concerned, but I also don't want somebody where, like, I am at right now that wants the world for nothing. Or maybe that's not me personally, but like, I can't tell you how many hours I've wasted building quotes for people for different products and or services for it to show up to nothing. And I know that's part of the game. But I would like clients that are more in tune with what they want, are willing to spend the time to work with us as far as like building their design plan, so on and so forth. And then obviously willing to spend whatever it is for that product offering that they're wanting, right? So how do we fine tune this and grow that customer base for our business? You know, I don't know, and that's something too. Like I said, just having that mentorship, maybe would be beneficial to do so. Thinking, what are you thinking?
I don't know.
Share with the class.
I don't know. I'm just thinking about what you. Local sales is what Mark said. He says local sales. I would stay strong on your self-worth. Absolutely. Online sales definitely mark up to cover the additional expenses. Yeah, we'd love to come out and discuss.
Do it. Oh yeah, I mean, if you'd be interested too, like obviously we don't have a large audience, but I think it'd be worth a discussion, kind of podcast style. Like, be down for that, dude. That'd be one much appreciated, and two, I think it'd be kind of cool. So
I just think our, like,
but it's one of those things. I'm sorry. I was thinking too, like
he wants me to talk and then he comes.
Yeah. Shut up. No, I was just thinking, like, how does one know the questions to ask without even knowing what questions need to be asked? You know, and I think we're to a point now where we're learning what some of those questions are, and I think some of those questions we can answer ourselves. But what's beyond that? Like, we only know what we know. I don't know. Like, you're pretty well established, right? Like, so maybe you can help guide some of that conversation. You know what I mean? Like, help us formulate our own questions, or the better question, the question, as opposed to like, Dave, what's your favorite color?
That. But I mean, I feel like too, like, we kind of need to stay. How do I say this? Like,
Excellent.
we need to find maybe someone, I don't know, like more common background to what we're doing a little bit. I mean, customer service is customer service across the board, and yes, everyone who works in customer service of some sort has the same kind of formatting or whatever for that. That's fine. But for specifically what we're trying to do with Etsy, or these are great products, or
Right.
honing
Oh
in,
yeah. Find somebody that's
we need someone a little bit more on a common ground for to kind of
or
apprentice
hell, even
under.
at YouTube. Like, it'd be cool if we found somebody like, hey, this is the format that works. 'Cause I don't even know that, right? It's
Yeah.
and maybe that's where I'm coming from too. Like, it's daunting and slightly overwhelming when you're taking several different things, casting a broad net, so to speak, and like trying to figure out, like, okay, how do we build a business? How do we do that? How do we build an audience? How do we do that? How do we build YouTube content, for example? Because I think that's something that along the way, like, definitely will pay dividends moving forward. Like, we can see where we're starting at, and this is just a personal benefit, right? Like, we can see where we're starting at, as opposed to where we're going to end up at some point. But I mean, how do we make this captivating for people that are like in Kentucky or Australia? And it doesn't have to be specific just to our business, right? But how do we make it captivating enough to build that audience on the online platform as well as in person? I don't know, like finding those folks that are in these different areas of success, like whether it be YouTube or a laser engraving business, or what was the other thing it said? There's a third thing. I don't remember. Anyways,
Like when.
wait. But that are specific in those niches, but also taking somebody that, like Mark, you find success in your auto detailing business. Like, I would love to be. I would love to. Oh yeah. I would love to be more in a position where, like, dude, shout out to you. Like, this is the only person that we're using for this product or job or whatever, because you have found success in what you're doing. And maybe that's something too where we pivot. Like, we do more of a what do you call it, podcast style, because
Right.
I just want to learn, like period, and I'm definitely good at talking.
So if you were to walk up to, sorry, I scratched you. If you were to walk up to a vendor table or walk up to us, what would you like to see specifically looking for? Well, I had also mentioned that to you, like asking our audience, like, if we do that,
Yeah.
if we do you call it a lock-in day or whatever, like,
I want to hold everybody hostage.
and we say like, okay, we're going on for this live, not coming off this live until we sell X amount or whatever. I want to know from our audience, like, what kind of products would you like us to bust out? Like, if we want to stay on a live until we sell $500, like, we're probably not going to do posters all day long. What does the audience want to see us do? Do they want us to see us do more ducks in whatever the color Jeep they have? Or do they want to see us do a clock? Or if they want to see it, like,
or a plethora of all things.
Yeah, like what, so kind of the same thing. I want to know from our audience what, what do they want to see at a vendor table?
Right.
So we ourselves have gone to like the Czech Festival in different places. We've run into laser people like us.
Laser people.
Yeah. And that's one thing. That's one thing too about vendor events is there might already be
I don't want to have
a
the same
woodworking
shit.
person, a laser person. Yeah, we don't want to. I mean, and you can't really help it at some places, like that there's going to be other people who do what you do, but we don't want the same stuff. So, got a text.
I haven't seen her.
Yeah, she texted me yesterday.
That's. Anyways, sorry.
Anyway, so.
So I will say this for folks that might be watching this later on or on Facebook, but so she was reading off of what Mark had said.
So he was suggesting
ask
that
the
we
audience,
ask.
if you were to walk up to a vendor table, what would you like to see or specifically looking for? That's where you would get more funnel ideas of what's selling. And I definitely agree. Like there's a lot of what I like to call like crapshoot ideas. Like everybody's making it, everybody's doing it, and there's a reason for that. Just because they do sell. Like the one of the things that I've been sorry, I was reading again. I'll get to that comment here in a moment. But yeah, there's a difference like in having quality crafted products that do stand out against somebody else's stuff. But then like there's a reason why people buy the like the live, laugh, love things. Why do people buy that? Well, it's simple. It's something that people do enjoy. And that could be on anything from a mug to a piece of wall art or whatever, right? And it is a very good saying in my opinion, but I freaking hate it, right? I don't want to design anything that says live, laugh, love on it because everybody's doing it. But maybe that's the deal where I just need to kind of get over my own self and do a product of something, not necessarily that, but something like that, because it is a tried and true product, And then like Mark said too, on here, he just posted this up. He said personality sells against the same.
That's true. I don't have a great personality. I'm kidding.
I have a winning personality. What's that commercial? I have a great personality. Trying to get a job. No, I agree. I mean, that's the thing. Like I've always said in the past, like if I can't, I'd rather do business with somebody, and this is where I've kind of treated my contractors in the past. I'm sorry, I got this weird thing going on. I need to be able to shake your hand personally, and then also like, can we cut up and have a joke? Can we share a meal together or a drink, or just that building that personal bond with somebody like that. That's definitely what it is, like that personality. Like I'm not going to sit here, and I've done this in the past, like I'm not going to build relationships off of somebody that just rubs me the wrong way. And I've been very guilty as certain individuals know, like kind of over trusting people. But I know myself, like, and there's a reason why I'm like that, because I'd rather be that person that goes all in on that relationship, as opposed to not. And I think personality is a big part of that. Like, where if we share some similarities, like, dude, I know I'm not going to be for everybody out there, like, because I am who I am. Like, dude, thank God she likes me. Like, I worked really hard to build this relationship, and I got it. Woo! But all joking aside, like, it's just like anybody else. Like, your personality is not going to be somebody else's cup of tea, and I definitely get that. But I mean, definitely, I mean, maybe that's the deal. Is just overall, like, I feel like we're kind of leading back into the same thing. It's just getting out there and putting ourselves out there, being a little bit more vulnerable, and not staying in these four walls to stay or feel, I guess, a little more safeguarded. Like, and at the end of the day, like, I've learned, and I think you know this too. Like, how many people can go out and do the same thing that you're doing? There's no talent, right? A lot, yeah. But there's no way in hell that you're going to find or not find success. And I think this is where you're definitely coming from. Like, those of you that don't know, like, Mark is Mark, man. He's a cool dude. I appreciate him, but there's no way that he could be building the success that he is without him. Without being Mark, yeah. And
we love Mark.
We love Mark. Ooh, maybe I should make a shirt that says that. Dude, send me a picture of your face. I'm gonna put your face on it. We're gonna pull like a Jimmy Fallon and Justin Timberlake thing. We heart Mark. But no, and the reality is, like, I know that, and it's kind of hard too, like, especially right now. I mean, we're just in the whirlwind of circumstance, like, not finding success in our business. Let me rephrase it: not finding the success that we had envisioned.
Yet.
Right. We got some personal things going on that we won't get into, but like, it sucks. It's like, it's kind of when that saying, like, when shit hits the fan, like, everything hits the fan, and we're in the middle of that. And I know it's just a chapter in the time of where we're at right now. But I think that's something too, like, maybe this is what we needed to do, is just kind of get out and discuss where we're at. Dude, I mean, we've screwed up. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, and we know that. And the reality is just trying to come through it, persevere. And this is what I love about just us as a couple. And then also, like, I know myself individually, like, all the effort that's gone into this is not going to be all for naught. I do know that. What is the outcome going to look like, though, down the road? Hold on one second.
I don't know what he said.
I think he asked if he could take a bath.
This child, excuse me.
Sick babies. At any rate, like, I've come to the conclusion too for myself of, like, understanding, like, I'm not gonna have all the tools. I don't have all the knowledge. Having to eat some humble pie, so to speak, on certain things, because I think there was at a time, and I was telling Misha this the other day, like, I've never felt more I don't want to say failure, and I told her, I was like, just in an area of life where I'm not feeling success in multiple fronts, like in the past, like, I think there was a level of not only bliss or ignorance that turned into bliss, if you will, just for the lack of knowing, but now, like, I've gained a lot of knowledge, and now I kind of feel like maybe I'm being overly analytical on certain things. But man, I've never been in such a susceptible point in my life where, like, I feel like in almost every aspect of life, I'm not finding success, or having a really big lack of confidence, and that's not for, like, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I don't feel like I know everybody kind of goes through this. I don't feel like I'm where I need to be in my life. And that's with business, that's with family, that's with friendships. Like, I definitely want to be a better friend. I want to be a better dad. I want to be a better man. I want to, all the things. And I'm realizing now, like, maybe this is part of a midlife crisis, actually. I don't know. But at 36 years old, I don't have all the answers, and I realize that, and I feel like now even more so too, like I'm more willing to learn a lot of things than whereas in the past, like I think part of that ignorance that I was saying was like because I felt confident in my own stupidity, whereas now I'm like, well, I know I'm still stupid, but I want to find confidence in the things that actually matter. You know, set myself up personally for knowledge and growth, and success, because I do believe that's where a lot of that, you know, even personality wise, like it's just we got to change, and I want to set our family up for success. I want my children to know, like, hey, you work your butt off and put your effort in the things that matter, and that's where maybe more or less a lot of this is coming from. Like, what are the things that matter? Yeah, as far as business is concerned, because I want to be able to maximize those efforts to maximize our ROI on whatever that is, whether it's time, money, relationships, so on and so forth. And I don't know, it's something that it's crazy. You know, our family's been through a lot, and I know that there are people out there that have been through far worse things, trials and tribulations, or are going to face those things in the future. And I definitely want to persevere or be a picture of that. And we haven't really shared a whole lot. Hello, doggo. This is our dog, Aki. He's really cool. Hello, sir.
He follows me everywhere.
Dude, I can't even go take a pee without him like getting in between my legs. Like I have to tell him to back up because I will pee on his head if he does not.
Meh.
So we have a third person on, I think. Second person. I don't know. Oh, it was just for a moment. Just kidding.
Yeah, I saw that.
We care about our views, people.
Mm-hmm.
No, but I was just saying, like, I know, like, personally, like, I'm in a place where, like, I would need to learn and a lot more accepting of, like, idiot. But also, like, wanting our family to be able to grow and see our kids see the success that we can build. So, and I haven't really shared a lot of our story, if you will, but I know a few folks that will watch this kind of know, but like my ex-wife unfortunately passed away a couple of years ago, and even prior to that, she had some brainstem strokes, which altered
4 years prior.
Yeah, our whole family's life. Like, and by this circumstance of family, I'm not saying our family, like my ex-in-laws, my folks, her folks, obviously our kids, and today I think we're still trying to learn how to wrap our minds around the changing life circumstance that had happened. And
I mean, every day is navigating through like our kids' feelings and her parents.
My feelings. Well, she doesn't care about my feelings, but
no, but fine. I mean, every day really, like, you may not grieve every day,
I dribbled. Towel me.
I have nothing.
Nothing. Well,
there's a blue little towel right there.
Apparently.
Apparently
there's a hot weekend. No, it's one of those things where
but you navigate through it every day.
Yeah, these things are kind of built where we're at, and this is why we're wanting to build a home business, is because from that point of what am I trying to say? Kayla having her accident. I specifically wanted to make sure that I'm home for my business and doing the best that I can, and then I need to uphold my responsibilities inside of that for the sake of time, for the sake of money, for the sake of making sure that I just want to make sure that I'm present for them. And in parts, I feel like that personally I have. And
what's going on?
My monitor just sucks.
I just want to make sure we are still streaming.
Yeah, I don't know why this is. Maybe I'll refresh it. Hope I didn't mess it up. We're learning. I
think we're good.
Okay, cool.
I think we've been good. Yeah.
Our screen was frozen on the computer, but at any rate, it's just one of those deals. Like, yeah, I want to, this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. This is my why, because I want to be home for my wife. I want to be home for my kids, and I don't want to be the person that's working, 60, 70, 80 hours a week, which I've done in the past at work, fixing other people's shit. Like, I just want to build my own stuff. I'd rather work 60, 70, 80 hours a week here at home because I can see directly how it's affecting my family. What is the deal, dude?
Sneezing or whatever. What's wrong with you?
Does he need a brown paper bag? But yeah, I don't know. So, and I appreciate you guys hopping on and offering some insight on your behalf or on our behalf. What? The school again.
Are you getting a call?
My phone's up here. How would I be getting a call?
Oh, yeah. Sure.
I'm using my phone as a camera. Hopefully it looks good.
I think it's a general thing. Not.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, do we need to go on mute for a moment? Good.
I kind of missed it.
Press 1. Stupid schools. Not stupid schools, but dude, our school system calls for all the weirdest stuff. Like, oh, hey, there's a girls, I don't know, tournament going on. I definitely appreciate the phone call for that, but like, we get no phone calls, it seems like, for the important stuff at times. This is for state testing or something. Anyways, neither here nor there. But yeah, no, I just want to, say thanks for.
It doesn't matter.
Thanks for hearing us out, and then Mark offering some, some advice. And I don't know, like I feel like it's healthy. Like maybe we should do this like once a week, just kind of, hey.
We said that last week, and we kind of.
Well, I mean, like not on camera per se, but like just you and I, even at that, or maybe like I said, the dudes kind of try to be better once we get on. Like, I think part of the deal is like trying to find a format that's going to work, and the reality of it is like without the growth and knowledge of what we're doing, like we're not really offering anything to anybody, and this is how I feel, like by saying, hey, we got 2 new followers on YouTube. Woo!
Well,
that's not really adding value.
Yeah, I mean, we wanted to add value by like getting on and lasering something, like showing you guys what we were doing.
Yeah. Which I need to be better about, but
we do also, need to be better about at least like once a week checking in, and whether like may that be every Monday or whatever.
Yeah.
Monday update or something like.
Sounds like a newscast.
I know.
The Monday update.
But we can't fall on our people if we're trying, even if.
What do you mean?
Well, I just mean like if it's not, even if we're not uploading or doing a live that's adding value or whatever, or valuable with like lasering or whatever, like we still need to be consistent in communicating that way.
Yeah.
One, we're keeping to our own goal of, I mean, we originally said part of the goal was to get on every day, but we realized that that's not gonna work for us.
Yeah.
But we've got, our 90-day group, and I feel like I haven't communicated with them as much as I did at the beginning, and that's not encouraging, and so I don't know. We just need to be better in these facets of communication.
Yeah.
Whether it be valuable or, I mean, I think what I'm saying is, regardless, a little bit of communication is valuable.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's kind of hard though too. Like, I think we can make up every excuse under the sun. Even today though, like 2 sick kids, and I would love to have a different camera so I'm not having to use my phone, for example, or whatever. And that is the hard part though at times, like trying to go live. Like I need my phone to be able to communicate, obviously. But I don't have thousands of dollars laying around where we can have a full on setup or whatever. And that's not the important part, but the reality is like this is where we're at in our lives and our business, and I understand that, and I'm very grateful for where we are at.
Weird sound.
Getting a call. Oh, school's calling me.
It was about the school board meeting or something.
Oh, I got you. But yeah, so and I can't sit here and say that we're not blessed, because we definitely are, and I definitely understand that. But I'm looking forward to the day where we're in that next chapter of our lives for sure, and I think this is where it has to start, right? Like, we got to have this communication, just amongst each other, and then also be willing to put ourselves out here online, so that way somebody else can say, "Hey, what you need to do is quit being an idiot and maybe try this out, you dumb." Right? That's what I'm looking for.
We do. We need to know how to.
I feel like I'm pretty smart, but I also feel like I'm pretty dumb too.
Idiot. It's really ignorant to how this all works.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so I mean, if you got all the answers, that'd be great. Just, let me copy off your cheat sheet. Is it C? Is the answer C? Doubtful, but no, the reality of it is, like, I definitely want to be in a position where, like, I think actually this is probably the most valuable stream that we've had personally, just because, we're kind of airing out some laundry, so to speak, and then, just realizing too, like, and putting ourselves, like, for our own lives, this is not working for us, and we understand. And when I say that, like, the going live every day on a stream. Got 4. Anyways, the reality is, like, realizing, okay, the format of trying to do a live stream every day is not going to work. Why? Because then setting that back end, who's going to want to hang out on a stream and just watch me, like, pick my nose and build stuff on the computer? I don't know, like, that's not intriguing, you know what I mean?
But like I said, if you stop wasting your time designing or whatever and just do simple stuff, then we'll be working, and people will watch. That's what I was about to say too. Will watch you work. I don't know. Like, I don't want to have days where we're doing the same stuff every day. Like, and right now, all I have is, like, coasters, for example. Like, so who the hell wants to watch 8 hours of somebody playing with coasters? And even at that, I don't even have that much to fill up 8 hours worth. But the reality is, so, like, for example, like, if any of y'all wanted to hop on and be like, yo, that we're doing coasters, so why don't you design this, or why don't you pull up this logo? Like, if you're a business or whatever, like, just maybe I could do a stream like that, like, find some raw materials or whatever, like, yo, just send me your logo and I'll engrave it, and then if it's something that you want, like, I don't know, maybe it's something where, just like, for now, just to help get the word out, like, just pay for shipping. And I mean, honestly, I think that would be a great idea for even the lock-in day, just be like, send us your logo and we'll do it for
$3.99 plus shipping
or whatever. And how many can we do? And
I don't know. I mean, we're open to opinions and thoughts and options for sure for a lot of things. So the only thing that I'm not open to is somebody telling me that I shouldn't be a Dallas Cowboys fan. I know I'm a punishment, but I think everything else is on the table, though, pretty much. Anyways, I don't know. You have any other thoughts, opinions, questions?
It's down. Or
If you write
hit on kind of the things that we were.
No, I think we kind of hit on all the stuff. I don't know. Hey, so whoever is on, still watching, number one, we appreciate you hopping on and hanging out. But
See what it did.
how did that happen? That's kind of trippy. But kind of cool. Anyways, I was gonna say, thanks for hanging out, offering some advice, and more specifically though, like, what are something, like, I don't know, Mark, I appreciate you hanging out with us and then offering your insights as well. But is this something, like, as far as our small audience is concerned, like, should we do a little fireside chat like this and just be like, oh, this is where we're at today, instead of having, like, that structured form of, like, hey, this is how many followers we have, what we grew our audience to this week, these are the I don't know, like,
I feel like if we were hitting major milestones, then that would be something that people would want to hear.
Yeah.
Like, that can be impressive. I feel like in the beginning we were doing that too, because literally just 7 followers on YouTube is impressive to us. Like, I don't know how many we have
where
now,
we're at now.
but
It's like, oh.
but that, you know, just getting one honestly is like, hey,
yeah,
I mean,
it's a big deal, and it is.
It is
I
a
don't
big
want to take
deal.
away from it, but
when we have a goal of 20K in 90 days, I would like to see bigger results, and I feel like our audience would too.
yeah. Well, and that's what I was getting at. Like, what kind of format do we want to try moving forward? You know, and obviously everybody's situation is a little bit different. We're hopping on during the normal work day. You know, so maybe it's something where we do.
It is during lunch.
It is during lunch hour. Happy lunch hour.
I need to go feed the kids, I guess, see if they're hungry.
Well, I doubt that they're. Yeah, no, you know, that's things like, I don't know, what is something else that we should try to do a little differently, where we can see some good ROI, and maybe the streaming bit is like not an afternoon chat, but maybe we do a chat. So I don't know. What's up, Mr. John? How are we doing today? Hope you're doing good, man. We just been on here, you know, putting everybody through our life story. That's it.
Yeah, John, you should
I'll be right back.
rewatch this live if you're interested. But today has been kind of tea time. I don't know. We've just been talking about kind of our failures and doing a 180, I guess, of, I don't know, just revamping our game plan. Because we just haven't been as successful as we've wanted to be. So I'm going to switch chairs because the comments seem to be coming in on the computer and I can't read them from over there. He's getting your side door changed. Oh, at the moment. What's wrong with your door? I don't know where John ran off to. But we have 2 sick kids at home today, so it has been a different kind of a day today. Oh, to the garage, yeah. So, I guess you could just have me for a minute. Yeah, we've got 2 sick kiddos. We had 1 kid, start running a fever yesterday, and then he had a little bit of a fever this morning, so we kept him home, and then got a call from the school that our other little one was throwing up, so I had to go pick him. I had to switch because I'm not getting comments over here, and I can't read that far away.
I had to go relieve myself. I apologize. But I did have a thought. You want to hear it?
Sure.
You're like, no.
Thoughts from the Shooter with John.
It's usually where I do my best thinking sometimes. No.
Mine's in the shower. Go ahead, what's your
Well,
thoughts?
both of these involve someone. It's weird. Anyways, my thought was, though, you know, John, you definitely a part of this too. So Mark's been hopping in and sharing some chat with us as well, and you know, just kind of thinking of format wise, like how we're gonna work moving forward, and what that looks like as far as, you know, our business structure or even streaming period, blah blah blah. But I was thinking to myself though in the restroom, like, you know, the you two gentlemen in particular are valuable resources as far as business, and then also you know, obviously you and I are doing a lot of overlapping similar things with laser engraving, so like I think we should do like a podcast style, and then you know, maybe amongst us 3, like, or 4, I should include, sorry.
Thanks.
Yeah. But like come up with a series of topics, and it could be something too, like maybe all 4 of us get together, do a little excuse me, chat. Goodness. And just, you know, an episode be that
just business, like, and maybe, you know, from our standpoint, we can ask some questions to you guys, as far as how you're running your business, how you got to where you are, so on and so forth. And then maybe, you know, we'll do like a one-on-one type of podcast style interview or whatever. I don't know. Would you guys be interested in doing that with us?
Coming out and play.
Yeah. And then, yeah, I got some neighborhood buddies too that I think would definitely be able to chime in. And then, I don't know. I'm just kind of thinking though, like, I think it would be kind of cool because there's one way for us to be able to learn. And that would be the biggest asset, I think, for us right now is kind of picking your guys' brains on what you guys have found success in, and how you got there, so on and so forth. And then beyond that, like, I think it would be kind of fun too for us to be asked questions. I don't know what they might be. I don't know what we might answer, but I do think it would be kind of cool. So that's something that you guys would be interested in. Like, I'm kind of getting to a point where we need to schedule that up, make it happen.
Maybe that's what we need to do anyway, is make a schedule of, you know, if our friends are willing to, like, come join us for something like this. And then, but also, you know, we talked about doing that lock-in day.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Oh, maybe we could do that.
We
like,
need to schedule. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That'd be cool.
I'm sorry, my nose is killing me.
I think it's that chair, because when I was sitting there, I was messing with my nose.
No, I was sitting there too still.
Oh, okay.
It's probably this guy. But anyway, we need to schedule up that.
Yeah.
Just start rocking and rolling on some of these ideas.
Absolutely. Oh, so actually, well, I think that's the biggest thing right now. Like, maybe we just look at our calendar. I know spring break is coming up, so don't know exactly what our schedule is as far as
We're not gonna be local
because we'll be traveling a little bit with some family, which I'm definitely excited about.
Working from afar.
Yes.
A little bit.
But maybe we can all get together and do something during the spring break time. If we're home, I don't know. To be determined, I guess, but kind of cool. Walk in, food, drinks, interviews. I think I might set that up. So, anywho, I don't know that I have really much else to air out. Thoughts.
Really, this whole discussion today just kind of came from he and I chatting in the kitchen while making breakfast, and we were like, you know, let's just go live. We haven't done it in a minute, and we need to fill people in on what little income we've made, but also just really needed to kind of get some ideas out in the open.
So, well, and, you know, it's all relativity. Like, we don't mean to be like by any means coming across like we're not grateful for where we're at. We certainly are. That little bit of income has already helped build our business that much more, you know. And I think now, more or less, though, it's just really like how we actually achieve this goal that we set forth. And it might be a reset, you know, like,
yeah.
And not that we're going to give up on this 90-day challenge.
Absolutely not.
We're going to follow it through, but you know,
I think that's
maybe
why
on our next
we're
90-day
talking about
challenge,
this,
like,
because we're like realizing. I mean, we already knew when we made the goal that it was going to be a super hard goal.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but the thing of it is, though, like, I've definitely seen people do it, but obviously they have areas of expertise that we don't. So we'll have to drill it back down a little bit more to that, I suppose.
We were just talking about his garage door. It's getting his garage door fixed.
Oh, nice. No, you're good, brother. I hope it's a quick project for you. Thankfully, we had ours repaired last year. Don't do that. What the? She's petting the dog, and like now there's just a cloud of hair everywhere. I'm like, this is my workout area, my work.
You can see the dog's face. Though. The dog is like
a chill area. Yeah, he's so happy. He just found his happy space. I swear he like smiles too, but
he does.
I mean, right.
I just don't want dog hair everywhere.
I'm
Like,
sorry.
my shop, my lounge, my office. I mean, it's damn near everything other than my bedroom. So I'd like to stay dog hair free, but it is what it is. No, John, you said that you had to step away, so we were just talking about formats and all that stuff. I had stepped away too to use the restroom. What, buddy? And but I was thinking, like, you know, we would like to do some sort of like podcast style for sure. I think that's going to be a pivot in some aspects. But I mean, you're finding success in your business. My buddy Mark on here finding success in his.
We'd like to have you guys out, like, to do this with us.
Yeah. So we're just trying to figure out, like, you know, format.
To also, like, not have this, like, read and delay. Like, we feel like, I mean, you guys are great assets to us. So we would like to have you guys out on, like, a little podcast like this, like a little tea time or whatever. Like I was
It's not tea time. It's not called that.
coffee chat.
You're third.
I don't drink, but anyway.
But we're not doing tea time.
The whole thing is just chatting about this kind of stuff.
Yeah, the delay is killer for sure.
Yeah.
And I think that's
We
one.
want you guys out. We love you all. We appreciate your input, and like I said, you guys are an asset to us, so we'd love to have y'all out for some time with us. And we had talked about doing a lock-in day, where we set a goal of we're not getting off this live until we sell X amount of money, or we do such and such. And so we'd like to have y'all out for some entertainment other than us.
Now, so Mark, he owns Diamond Touch Auto Spa, which is just a mobile auto detailing company. So, and he's down Southside Metro. So
He's
really and he's a
small business owner,
former Marine,
and very knowledgeable with customer service, and just a really all around great dude.
It'd be cool if we did actually bring everybody together, because apparently my group
Y'all
is
would
nothing
like
but a
each
lot of
other, y'all would
veterans, which is
mesh.
awesome. So I appreciate everybody's service for sure. I tried to do it, did not work out. Yeah, health issues. Gave me. Anyways, neither here nor there. But yeah, man, they do awesome work. So again, huge shout out to him and his company. And then for those that might be watching this a little bit later on, so Asian engraving. I apologize if I'm butchering that, but really awesome business. Does amazing work with the several other projects. But I'm most impressed, at least at this point, with the cutting boards.
What was that?
One of these days, I
channel
need
that you were
to.
talking about earlier, Black.
Yeah, Blacktail Studio. Dude,
John-
check them out.
John, have you ever seen Blacktail Studios on YouTube? John just found them yesterday and was showing me their work this morning, and his stuff was impressive.
I'm gonna be doing some things.
Yeah, it just gave him some horrible ideas.
Not horrible.
Great ideas, but it's a higher scale.
For real. I don't know. I think it'd be fun though. So, at any rate, yeah. If you'd be interested in coming and hanging out one day, if I could steal you away from work and from the family, or hell, even just bring them out. They would like to. It'd be cool to mingle. We should do that, like fajitas. I don't know. Now my mind is all over the place, but no, I think it would be cool. Like, more specifically though, like just having a chat to offer insights and advice, so on and so forth. For us to receive that, rather, I'm not going to offer any insights or advice because I'm just one idiot here that is trying to figure it out. But I think it would be pretty fun. Sweet, dude. Yeah. So John said he'd be down for that. I think it would be awesome. Well,
Oh, and he has seen Blacktail Studios design.
yeah, that's amazing. Amazing stuff. I want to do some epoxy work, but yeah. got enough things going on. Figure it all out. Anyway, yeah, the whole deal for today though is just we were chatting and decided to share our chat publicly, and I think we've actually received already a great amount of advice, and also got our wheels turning to do some other things. So, looking forward to what the next 30 days has in store for us for sure. And even beyond that, like once we're done with this 90-day challenge, like I'm looking forward to, like, we'll have to figure out what our actual start was because I don't remember now. But
You mean the day? Or
yeah, to the date, like, so this being our first 90 days, like,
I mean, I can look it up
okay,
on our group real fast.
but I'm looking forward to seeing where we started, obviously, to where we're at the close of this 90-day challenge. And though we might not find that success what our actual goal was, like, see what that says.
It says go back and look at your video. Oh.
Yeah.
He
Oh,
went
no
from
shit.
being a light flight helicopter pilot to being a woodworker. That's funny. Isn't that what your dad did? Like,
Oh yeah. Going back and looking at our videos, like even now, shoot. One of these days we're going to step up our production value for sure. But right now, you get what you get. Like, it's all raw, baby. It's all raw. But nonetheless, like maybe that's the area of opportunity moving forward. If we can find that product that's going to take off for us and allow us to some.
January 29th is when we started. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh. Is my mathing? Like, so that means this month is. No.
No.
It is not mathing. Okay.
No,
I was like,
it's
wait
been
a second.
like
January, February,
30
March.
2
I'm like, wait,
days or something
I'm
like
an
that.
idiot. See, this is what happens. Maybe some of these videos won't be worth looking back at.
This child.
Whatever. You're saying, the software is saying some weird things and coding something or another. I guess our stream isn't very strong on the YouTube, but it's fine. At any rate, yeah, I think it'd be fun though to review and have some mentorship and hanging out sessions.
30. Today is day 35.
35. All right. So there we go. Well, 35 days in, I think we've definitely recognized failure and then also recognized success inside of that. So, one of these days, we'll get it all together.
I was trying to get back onto our stream here.
Oh.
I really do appreciate everyone that is a part of the 90-day challenge group on the Faces. I know I need to be better about getting on and posting some encouraging things. There's a dog here stuck in my phone.
So one thing I told her, like, I cannot do it. I already have enough on my plate. And not that I refuse, but it's really hard.
I haven't been horrible, but be better.
Yeah.
We can always be better.
We can always be better. Sure.
So,
anyways, hey, let's see here. Trying to think of a question to ask. Just
anybody?
Yeah. For, like, as far as the challenge is concerned, like, but what I have is in my head is stupid, so I'm not gonna ask that.
Is anyone surprised?
Probably not. Anyways. Well, I guess I mean, I'm kind of spot where, like, I don't know, like, I have so many questions going through my head, but I don't want to waste anybody else's time. We've already been on here for almost 2 hours.
Yeah.
We've lived a little, we've learned a little.
We haven't done much today. Obviously, again, it was a weird day
Yeah.
with sick kids and we just have been trying to figure out our life.
Lots
so
of wheels turning.
we'll just better tomorrow. Now that we've had this discussion with each other and you guys.
Yeah. No, I really appreciate the feedback though on interactions that we've had. I don't know, and that's the thing. Like, I always want to be open to learning and growing, and more importantly to me is the doing part. Like, I want to do all the things. So, like, maybe there's some projects out there that y'all want to try or something. Maybe that's something that we could do, is try to do a collab of or that. And by us, it's probably just going to be me, because
hey, I put in a lot of thoughts of opinion.
Some unwarranted, a lot unwarranted, but yeah.
No.
I was working on something yesterday, and I literally just selected a font. She's like, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I was like, I literally just made a selection, but thanks for jumping in.
He's not going to know what I like or don't like if I don't tell him.
This is true. Yeah, no, I agree. I think my biggest fear with B&I is like the commitment, and because I have commitment issues, and beyond that,
thank God it's not.
Man, we just have so much going on in our lives. Like, I don't know if I would even be able to swing it, to be and I don't want to be like that, because beyond that too, like, oh, I don't know, maybe I got imposter syndrome, like. I can't even figure out pricing on some of this stuff, like, what am I going to add to this group and be like, oh man, yeah, we do this and that and the other. Oh, how much is it? I have no idea.
One thing that we should probably chat further with John about is the vendor events. He's definitely way more experienced in that than us, and
full frontal.
We've kind of been scared to jump into it, but then again, I think if we did, it could
take us to
really take us to a new level. Yeah. Getting out there in the local community, which would also build our online community. But also, I think one thing that's been holding us back too is about having more. I mean, so much of our stuff has been customizable, but we don't have like a portable laser to do custom work right then and there.
That'd be badass.
So that means we need to have a good amount of product to take out.
We're doing that. We don't necessarily have, because we have children. No trailer. Or truck right now, since my transmission's shot.
Anyway, yeah, we definitely should. It says take orders at shows.
Yeah, for sure. I just got to figure out what we're taking orders for, I guess.
Well, okay. So, John, we have an announcement soon that we have a new product coming out, but we don't want to announce that just yet. But with this product, it would be kind of a customizable product. And so, like, do you make one and take to a show, or do you make a few different customized things and just like
showcase what you can do?
And then,
is that what you're
because it may, if they're customized, and you take out to a show to present what you can do, it could be hit or miss. You could be like, oh yeah, that one will be perfect for me, and you might get a sale, or they'll be like, yeah, but we would want this instead. And so, yeah, you can take orders. How many, would you, spit out? And maybe we'll just talk a little bit more personal, a little bit more with you, just, to say?
Same thing that you were about to say.
Yes. I think we need to have an in-person conversation, to be a little bit more specific with you. But if you're making a custom thing, how many do you take out, and do you hope to get sales on those, or you just hope to get orders on those? But I don't want like this small booth of just like one or two things of each little product.
Let alone on that, if it costs $400 to get there.
Yeah, and then we're not going to make any sales. Like, so
Yeah. No. Absolutely.
I want something that catches the attention.
Sex sells. That'll catch attention.
Oh my God, what is in your brain?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
We need to go. He's been on too long.
No. I'm just saying.
Yes.
Well, yeah,
John,
no, I
we
think,
should have an in-person conversation with you really soon.
I think, and maybe that's the deal too. Like, we need to figure out, like, I don't even know where to look other than we've done some research on, call it, Facebook events or whatever, just to see what's going on, like, locally. But I don't even know how to find, like, all these events that we can even register for to take product to. So I think that's one of the things too. Like, maybe we should just kind of comb through rather, some of those questions. Like, I know that you're a valuable resource as far as some of those vendor events and so on and so forth. But you know, so how do you come to know your audience, know your market, and so on and so forth? Like, and even how to take your products to market. What is this?
I was trying to see if I could do the laughy face, but I can't.
Oh yes, I know him, right? Yeah. Time winning. But yeah, no, it's just one of those deals. Like, aside from doing that, like, I don't even know where to or where or who or what to reach out, like, to gain knowledge, like what's going on locally, or even if it would be worthwhile to do an out-of-state event, for example. Or,
I do have a few contacts, but I bet John has a lot of contacts.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, yeah, I think it'd be worth our time to formulate those questions, and then, you know, I definitely would like to figure out a good day if you're down to come and hang out for a couple hours or whatever, and we'll chit chat and kind of go through that. Because I mean, to me too, like, I think where we can add value is, like, this is where we're at, right? We don't obviously know everything, and we don't expect you as well or the audience to know everything, but somebody's going to have an answer to something, right? And then beyond that, like, I think this is, I'm actually kind of getting excited. Like, if we could do this podcast style type of thing, and you know, this is where we're all going to grow together, like, and uplift one another. And then if you know, there's another John in Florida, for example, we'll just start our own John band. But if John in Florida is wanting to build up his own business and doing something similar, or even something completely different, like, but at least, you know, we could find some guidance and offer that advice along the way too. Like, that would be awesome. Yeah. So shout out to John in Florida. If you're watching this, we're going to help each other grow.
Okay.
Yeah. That's all I got.
Are you ready?
For what?
You done for the day?
I'm tired. Got a lot of wheels turning right now. Definitely down to stay on and chat some more, but shit.
I think we need to put some of our chat into motion.
Yeah. Well, okay. So we can chat about that. It's like, what are like some action items that we take away from this? Start doing
some action items. Well, we need to get with our people and maybe schedule up something.
calendar for our chat / lock-in. What should we call that? Hey,
we'll think of something clever. Just give me.
Do you guys have any ideas? So, like, I'm pretty much going to hold myself and others hostage until I'm thinking the format is, like, I have a ton of stuff and I would like to unload it.
Look at Oxy right there. He's at the door.
Oh man, it's like a creeper.
So funny.
Oxy, what are you doing?
He's right.
I didn't even notice that. It's this shoulder.
No, it's not.
Our camera's backwards. It's weird to get used to that stuff. But no, at any rate, like, for real, like, what could we call, my plan is just try to sell as much stuff as we can. And
yeah.
I'm going to be holding myself hostage with the exception of, like, probably using the bathroom.
Okay, schedule lock-in, schedule did talk about something else.
Interview, like podcasts.
Yeah, I mean that could be both, but yes.
Right. Yeah, but I mean, I'd like to have like a formal and informal. Yeah. That's kind of my thought, anyways. So with the maybe a group and then individual.
Also, so how do you feel about what I was saying about
I hate it.
even know what I was saying?
Monograms.
I know you hate it, but I need you to.
You asked how
You
I
don't
felt.
want to.
See, was I right though? That's what you're gonna ask.
Yes. Okay, but do you agree with me? Let me ask you.
Well,
that way.
yeah.
Do you agree
I
with
definitely
me?
agree. So, I mean, like, that's like what I was saying earlier too with that left bull crap. Like, do I like it? No, but maybe.
But yeah, even that, I feel like we're wasting our time, like trying to hunt down all these like niche sayings or niche designs and trying to come up with our own designs. We just need to be, I don't want to say basic. I don't want to say basic, like, but something that goes across the board to everybody and just do seriously the only time you're sitting down in front of this computer besides like living or video editing is just designing, or literally there's already designs out there where you can just purchase.
Yeah.
You know, the letters 26,
which I can do that.
Monograms or whatever. And then just
market.
Yeah, just market monograms and logos, you know, that we do personal logos for for coasters, for the clocks. Has even Mark seen that? Or not Mark, but John, has he seen that?
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, for coasters, clocks,
I mean, that's the thing, like, without having to spend. Stick with what we have.
Really, I could do some research of just products on the website.
JDS.
Yeah, products on JDS or products on Amazon or whatever. Like, that might be different than cutting boards.
Discuss that. Like, I think what we need to do is right on there too. Like, so I had a gentleman reach out. That Friday.
Uh-oh. We're not playing any music.
Just hit resume. That's weird.
It looks like your live video may contain music, audio, or video that belongs to someone else. This broadcast is no longer discoverable by other Facebook users. If you stay live, no new viewers will be able to join your stream.
It's like, we literally are just talking.
We have not played any music today.
I don't understand.
Am I still going? We just won't get any new people watching.
Well,
I guess it's just time to get off anyway.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're just watching ourselves on here, but at any rate, yeah, we have a couple thoughts that we're gonna get some stuff into action. Great talk.
I love you.
Love you. I don't know that anybody's on here, but I guess if they watch it, like, we're just gonna. It's just us. It's just us. Thanks for checking us out and bearing with us. Like, we're not
We'll
special
be better people tomorrow.
That's the goal. Be better every day. Yeah. All right. Bye.